Here we are, Birthday Sasuke finally coming out in this game. Only took about them 20 days till they mentioned anything about Sasuke at all. This looked like more of a Naruto month than Sasuke. And they made it a duo, which I'm not really a fan of, but let's see what he can do. And here's Birthday Sasuke alongside his master Orochimaru. So what they do, their skill 1 is Lightning, Curse Seal, White Snake, Chidori Sword. It's fast, chakra causes 100, and it deals 7% plus 2 million to a target enemy with a high chance to ignore resistance and inflict the Curse Snake state. Now this state is something else. This is what makes this unit really broken, but probably not his identity. But in this state, it also, this skill, my bad, also deals 6 additional attacks, dealing 790,000 fixed damage, and it's always hit. So this state is a disable skills, already amazing. All incoming skills are type advantage, which is stupid. And then when it's released, someone else in the enemy team can get inflicted with the state. So it's similar to Izuna, but the opposite, where if you remove Izuna, it gives it to an ally because it's a buff, but this one is a debuff. So if the enemy removes it, someone else gets inflicted with it. So this state will not really go away, but this is not the only way to inflict this state, which I'll go over his ability later. But his second skill is Unique Striking Shadow Snake Chaos Formation. This is the Orochimaru part. The first part is Sasuke, and it deals 1.5 million fixed damage to all enemies. Deal 3 additional attack, dealing 3% plus 790,000. It ignores resistance and inflict lethal poison state, and it's always hit. This skill sucks. This skill is just an AoE, and it doesn't even do enough damage. And you hit him with lethal poison. I don't really know what's the use of this other than increasing the formation, but his formation is true White Snake Disorder. They're in the second stage, which is if you have them 9/9. They always start with this, and the usual disables first strike, instant cast, instant action, and then it also has a chance to inflict the disable and remove positive special and god state for 1 turn. And then for the party, it's the other way, where it's disable and remove negative special state for 1 turn. So this part is a bit weird at the moment because I'm not really sure if this is the right translation for it, but I feel like it is, because it's saying it says 1 turn. It doesn't say take action. But if this is it, then this removes state pretty much in the game for you. So you can't get inflicted and the enemy can't buff. That's something that you really want, because there's a lot of annoying state. Like look at this Curse Snake. If you can't get inflicted with that, then you're fine. So this really needs more testing. But if that's how it works, where every single turn this goes up, then this is a game-breaking formation, and it might be the best formation in the game. And then when you get to the third stage, you invalidate all skill damage increase. So how that's worded in Japanese is all skill damage up is just invalidate. So I'm guessing this counts gears, this counts state buffs, this counts normal buffs, this counts ability buff. So everyone just has 0% skill damage up, and that's important because in PvP there's a debuff or skill damage. So this is pretty much a damage cut for PvP, but not really stated like that. And then for party, chance to skip all enemies using a skill. You're probably not even gonna feel that, but like since by the time you hit third stage, it's probably gonna be like 1 enemy left, and there's their damage. Their damage is very low, 12 million, and then the AoE. Yeah, this is why the AoE is bad. It's 3.5. That's why their skill 2 is bad. 3.5 million. That's literally nothing. That's not. An enemy has 26 million HP. Look, and then if they're not legendary potential, they got like 11 million HP. 3.5 million is not even half. So that skill sucks. So their lead. All character skill damage and speed plus 100%. Generic. You're probably not gonna use them as lead. There's other better leads in the game that's just better. And then the ability 1, Master and Student Raging Wind. Grant True White Snake Disorder formation at the start of battle and every turn. Chance to grant instant action when attack. That's just your basic formation for basic duo ability 1. They don't really change that often. And then the ability 2 is what I believe makes these units really stupid to fight. So they got Revive +3, normal, and then chance to ignore resistance and skill damage and inflict Cursed Snake to the attacker. So when they get attacked, you hit them with the Cursed Snake, and that is stupid. That's Hinata level stupid. But that's even worse because Hinata, you get -5 cast speed. That's workable. You kill Hinata, you get block state for 1 turn. That's annoying, but that's only for 1 turn. Theirs don't say 1 turn, so this Cursed Snake might be 4 to 6 turns. And then that's 4 to 6 turns where your skill is disabled, and you just become type advantage for everything. So if you get hit by Cursed Snake, you better hope that you remove that with a formation. But the problem with that, you remove it with a formation, now that Cursed Snake is going somewhere else. So like, that's really hard to prevent unless you have everyone in your team that just can't get hit by it, which is this formation. So that's actually pretty neat. And then you get 2 type advantage, which is yellow and white. There's their stats. If you look at it, speed is garbage. They don't have any speed buff, and the only speed that they get is from their second gear, which we can go over. The first gear is just chance for first strike, and then chance for an extra turn, and then HP regen plus 30% when attack. That's not bad. That's probably the point gear. This is gonna be from the PvP. So this second one is definitely the ranking gear, which is HP attack defense speed plus 120%, chakra cost -50%, gas speed +2. That gear is definitely gonna be for ranking, which is gonna be annoying, but you need that gear. Without that gear, this unit is unusable. So the first potential: skip immunity, cancel, fix damage immunity for 2 turns, and then speed plus 105% per turn, max 300%. You want probably skip immunity or cancel. And then the next one is debuff immunity, high chance for terrain immunity, and then chance for insta kill immunity, and then chakra cost -50%. So one thing I realized is that something that's very bad is they don't make your team immune to terrain, and that might be it. That might be the reason why you don't run them. But we'll go over that when we go to the shoot your pull section of this review. So, well, let's get to the next part, which is the team building. So here's the team that you can run with this duo. I have no idea what you want to run with this duo, because in this meta it just doesn't fit. They're not a Konoha, they're not a 5 village, not an Akatsuki, they're not a nun, and they're not even an Uchiha. So what do you put them? You're definitely not putting them with Naruto, because they're not even going to get any bonus from them. You don't want to put them in Akatsuki because they already have the best duo in the game. Do you put them in Nun? But they have a really good duo in Nun. Like, there's really nowhere to put them. You could put them as lead, but your lead sucks, and then just put whoever you want, since that could work. But like, do you really want to do that? Like, they don't really have a team. Nun don't want them, Konoha don't want them, Akatsuki don't want them, and Sound Village doesn't really exist as a team. There's the Sasuke, the GKV3 Sasuke. You want to run them with them? Like, I don't know. They don't fit anywhere. If you run Konoha, you want Gaikashi. If you run Akatsuki, you want Nagato Itachi. If you run Nun, maybe you can fit them in Nun. I don't know. But like, it's just weird. They need help, and this is not it. They made them the Sound Village affiliation, which they probably should be, but like, in this game they should have given them None. If there were None, that would work, but as of right now, they don't have a team. Like, it's sad, but that's just the truth. So this is the easiest placement on where this unit should be. I think he belongs only in one spot, and it's Skip. There's really no better way to go by it because he doesn't fit in any teams. His terrain is nice, but it reminded me of why the top 2 terrains are as good as they are. The most annoying thing in this game at the moment is states, right? But why is that? That's because terrains don't exist anymore. But why don't they exist? It's because of formations. Formations have built, well, at least the most recent formations have built-in terrain protection, and they don't have that. So if you run them, sure, stateless meta, okay, but then GKs exist. So like, you really want to sacrifice the ability to ignore GKs? Do you want to run Rambo Naruto again? I don't think you do, because there's just so many better Rambus, and like, if your formation is already there and it's taking care of terrain without you doing anything, there's nothing else more you can ask for. But these units don't do that. They don't have built-in terrain protections. They don't have a team that you'd be like, oh, I pulled them, let me put them in this team. So now you're here, you're running this duo. Now you need a terrain. You need someone to remove a terrain. Who is that? You can do Kizuna Sasuke, both Kizuna Sasuke. That's also another part. What Kizuna do you run with them? You can run any Kizuna, sure, but like, are they even gonna get anything? You run Naruto with Kizuna V3 Naruto. Naruto's there to remove states, but their effect, their formation makes the fight a stateless fight. So Naruto's doing there nothing except for skipping. But if you hit stage 3, you're also skipping. So now you're doing the exact same thing as Naruto does. Which means you're gonna go with Minato. Minato got damage reduction, okay. But why does that matter when you're pretty much not letting them move? So I think they're the case of they're really strong opponents. I give them that. But how well do they run in your team? I just don't think they run well. Like, 5 villages already built up. They got a Kizuna. They got the best god in the game for them. They got the second best duo. And then you got one spot where you can put a free to play legendary potential in Kakashi, who also just destroys his unit. So like, what do? You run the Nun team, you got your core. Nun needs help, sure. But they need a Kizuna bad. Their duo is usable. Their duo is very nice. Then you got Madara, who's gonna be there doing stuff. And then you got one free spot left for whatever you want it to run. So they don't fit in none. Akatsuki, they definitely don't fit in Akatsuki. Like, do you make a team for them? You run them. They're your duo. You run GKV3 Sasuke, which is very inconsistent, and that I don't never like that unit to begin with. Who's their Kizuna? You can run any Kizuna, but the best Kizuna in the game are utility, and they don't care about utility Kizunas, I think. So there's really nothing. Then what you're gonna put for your last slot? You're gonna put a legendary potential unit that can work better in other teams. It doesn't fit, which is sad. But yeah, I think this is. I wanted to put them third best duo in the game. They probably are, but like, they just don't have a team. That itself alone is just like, you can slap whatever you want. Sure, it might work, but was that gonna get you to the top 50? Probably not. Just skip them. Another Sasuke shaft. Naruto Shinobi collection and disrespecting Sasuke. There's nothing better than that. So with that, please leave a like and comment and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.